Buenas and Day, Manyainahun and Manye Luhu Sipit Santos Tatlu. Today is October 24th, 2024. Today I have a special treat. I have a short story that I wrote. It's a fiction story. It's a cautionary tale for the people of Guam. Now, here's my disclaimer. Any resemblance to real people or real events are purely coincidental. So let me go ahead and read this story for you. Once upon a time, in a small island in the Pacific, there was a lawyer named Dummy Moron. Dummy Moron was not a good lawyer at all, and he was very unethical. He milked the taxpayers by maxing out all the billings for the cases he was appointed to, even though he never took those cases to trial. He would withdraw from any case where the client wanted to go to trial. For years, he had the highest billing, way more than any other attorney on the island. One year, he ran to be the Attorney General of the island against Attorney Lenient Coward. Lenient Coward beat Dummy Moron by nearly 3-1 because Dummy Moron had been the Attorney General 16 years before and proved to be incompetent and a very poor manager. So many attorneys resigned, and the Attorney General's office was in a state of chaos. Dummy Moron lost his re-election bid to Alice Likeable in a landslide defeat. It took 12 years to rebuild the office of the Attorney General back to where it needed to be. Now back to the present. 4 years after Dummy Moron lost to Attorney Lenient Coward, Dummy Moron decided to try and run again. Unfortunately, Lenient Coward, who had no experience as a prosecutor and had only been a solo practitioner with no experience managing other attorneys or large organizations, had done a horrendous job as the Attorney General. So, Dummy Moron beat Lenient Coward in the primary and the general election, when just 4 years earlier, Lenient Coward had mopped the floor with Dummy Moron. Dummy Moron turned out to be much worse in his second time being the Attorney General than he was as the first time. Dummy Moron chased away all the long-term, highly experienced attorneys and staff because he is a toxic manager. Attorneys left because he would scream and curse at them when they would try to tell him that he was wrong on the law, and when they would refuse to take actions that they felt and knew were unethical. But Dummy Moron, who didn't quite understand the law and the rules of professional conduct, would throw a tantrum, screaming that he is the elected AG and the people's choice, so whatever he does is correct. Dummy Moron actually believed he was infallible. Now, Dummy Moron lost all his cases at the Civil Service Commission, at the Superior Court, and at the Supreme Court, but he dug his heels in. Incapable of being honest with himself and incapable of facing reality, he genuinely believed he was right and all the judges and the justices and all the other lawyers on the island were incorrect. Dummy Moron also broke the law and engaged in illegal procurements and illegal contracts. But when he was found out, he went to the legislature and asked the senators to ratify his illegal actions. And they did. The senators slurped up all his gaslighting BS and even gave him a very generous $55,000 pay raise. Dummy Moron intimidates some senators because they know he's unethical and he's willing to abuse his authority and would indict them for some of their actions. The Office of the Public Auditor reported that one senator, Joy Kilbossy, gave herself 11 illegal raises when she was the minister of the seaport. Dummy Moron could indict her for official misconduct, but she is one of his biggest supporters, so of course Dummy Moron will never indict Joy Kilbossy. Another senator, Tumultuous Tyrant, was a gambling addict and would participate in illegal gambling at rich and influential people's homes. So she too was a huge supporter of Dummy Moron because she knew Dummy Moron would not indict his biggest defender at the legislature. Senator Tumultuous Tyrant also had a penchant for expensive designer handbags. Dummy Moron was also corrupt. He created a position at the Attorney General's office for his disgraced brother, who was forced to resign after getting caught by the federal government for committing financial crimes. And now he pays his brother $120,000 a year of taxpayer money to do nothing. Dummy Moron also hired his girlfriend, who has no legal experience, and pays her $75,000 a year of taxpayer money. That's more than many of the attorneys at the AG's office. Dummy Moron's chief of staff, Miss Yucky Egghead, hired her daughter, her granddaughter, and her grandson. So it's all about corruption and nepotism and cronyism over there. So Dummy Moron is a terrible attorney, a horrible manager. He's corrupt and unethical and loses all his cases in the courts of law. But he's a politician who's very good at fooling the public in the court of public opinion. He's a great headline grabber and gets earned media for all his rhetoric and his fake news. The real question is like what Janet Jackson said in her famous song, "What have you done for me lately?" Since Dummy Moron got into office, he's lost over 100 attorneys and staff, and he has taken the AG's office backwards 1,000 steps, even worse than when he was AG the first time. The island is not safer. Legal services that the AG's office is required to provide is not getting done, and he's just allowed to steal and waste taxpayers' money on bogus cases that he initiates to get headlines and go after political enemies. The moral of the story is senators need to do a better job and be better at holding any attorney general accountable. And the voting public needs to be more careful when voting. Don't just vote for the guy with the best rhetoric and the biggest mouth spouting off what you want to hear. Examine and scrutinize his past track record, his credentials, and his experience. If that were done, Dummy Moron would have lost by a landslide this last election, like he had lost by a landslide twice before. So that's your cautionary tale for today. It is Halloween. I'm getting back to reality now. It's coming up on Halloween. And it's very scary. It's very scary. I think I'm going to dress up in a suit and tie and have a big eagle's nest sticker on my or eagle's nest button on my suit, and go around scaring everybody because this individual has hurt so many people and has so much blood on his hands. So I just might go around dressed up as the Attorney General for Halloween. Okay? Adios, Estequín.